Hi guys, welcome back to another fragrance video on my channel and thanks so much for tuning in again. Now in today's video I want to talk about the topic how to store your fragrances. So this is a topic, as always, that has been covered quite a bit here on YouTube. However, I want to give you my personal opinion in order to tell you guys how I personally store my fragrances and why. And of course also the best way, in my opinion, to store your fragrances. So first of all, let's cover some basic physics and chemistry stuff, because usually people say that fragrance is destroyed by rubbing your wrists together, for example, and actually that's not really true. Now there are two things that will really damage your fragrances. On one hand, sunlight, because sunlight will have an impact on the fragrance molecules. It will slowly but surely destroy them if you expose fragrance to sunlight for too long. And on the other hand, there is heat and also humidity. So if you store your fragrances in a warm, bright and humid place, that's like really bad. Another thing to consider is your cap. So of course you have your fragrance cap and there is some alcohol vanishing through this cap. So alcohol will dissipate through this mechanism. So there will be some loss of alcohol and therefore some changes in your fragrance over time. And the humidity part is actually really important, because through this sprayer mechanism, not only will alcohol vanish through this sprayer mechanism, but also moisture can get inside the bottle, and that's also not something you want to have. However, if you store your fragrances correctly, they will last you a lifetime almost. So I've seen fragrances that are like 30 to 40 years old that were in use and that still work, and they even become better with time if they age. However, you need to store them correctly, because if you don't, they will go bad really quickly, and you need to respect some basic rules to get the most out of your fragrances, guys. So my basic tips is to store fragrances in a very big room, but in a small compartment like a drawer. So I personally like to keep them in my living room, which is really quite big. It has, I believe, around 40 to 50 square meters, and then store them inside a drawer that is absolutely dark in there, and it's also like a separate compartment. Why should you store them in a big room? Well, because the temperature in a big room is more steady than it is in a small room, and then if you put them in a drawer, that's like an additional layer of isolation, so to speak. So that's also really very good. And if you want, you can store them also in their boxes. So in the boxes that fragrances typically come in. I know a lot of people do this, and it's actually a really good idea. So then of course the room should also not be humid. So I can definitely recommend that you not store your fragrances in your basement or something. Just make sure to get the environment as dry as possible, not store them in a humid environment, and also keep sunlight away, which is usually possible by storing them in a drawer. So these are my personal tips for how to store your fragrances, guys. In my opinion, this is like really important, but if you respect these tips, I believe you will have a lot of fun with your fragrances for a very long time. And I wish you all the best for your fragrance journey. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you're new, and please give me a comment today about how do you store your fragrances. Just write it down in the comment section down below. I'm super excited to read about your way to store fragrances. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and bye bye.